Well, here we go. So this is what I got. You get Jen in the middle of the night, and she looks like she hasn't slept. Well, you're correct. But is that what's important? No. What's important is I got two things to talk to you about. Little bits and pieces. Little bits and pieces because the little bits and pieces may not matter, but then again, they might. Little bits and pieces means I do want to make a note of something. When I go back and I look at my own videos or my brothers like Rocco and Dennis on their King of Cups or The Reality by J. Rocco, I'm pretty sure that they're dealing with the same thing right now. We don't see all of the chat room. If somebody asks a question, you could type it in there 500 times. It doesn't matter. You're not meant to see it. Now, is that the host's fault? No. For example, last night, Dennis had a show. I asked him a question probably 6 times. He still didn't see either one of them. It's not his fault, and I don't blame him because the same thing happens to me every single time I do this chat room. So basically, at the end of the day, I just want you guys to know that if you put something in the chat room when we're live or pre-recorded or whatever, we don't see your messages 110%. Yes, I know many of you are going to say, well, you should click that little button up in the corner that says top messages versus all messages. We've already done that. But as the host, we don't get that opportunity. It doesn't come back to us at least for 24 to 48 hours. We don't get that opportunity. What you see is not what we see. So what I learned, StreamYard is actually not much better than YouTube. You're still censored, you're still doing this, and you're still paying for it. But we love you, and that's why we're here. So if you can deal with our patients, like when Dennis couldn't see my question last night, do you think I was going to about rip his head off? No. Stop that. Stop that. No. Stop that. No, I would never do that. No, I just said, no, it's probably not meant to be asked. It took somebody else coming in and repeating the same question. There's a reason the algorithms work the way they do. I don't know about that. The only thing I know is that Rocco, The Reality by J. Rocco, and King of Cups, and myself, we do agree on one thing. We actually don't give a shit about numbers and subscribers and that kind of stuff. What we do care about is who listens and knowing that we care about you and we're not ignoring you. We're not. I promise you. I promise you. I will even say that I'll speak for my brothers. I promise you we're not ignoring you. It's just the way it works. It's about algorithms. YouTube, stream, they're all connected, probably owned by the same damn company. I digress, but you know what I mean. So that's the first thing I wanted to address, that if you go into one of our chat rooms and somebody doesn't see you, we don't even see each other, okay? So unless I pick up the phone and text or call, no. They're not going to see it. I don't see it. It just doesn't happen. It's just set up that way. Okay? They're just trying to keep you in check. No worries. Okay? We don't worry about that stuff. Now, issue 2. It's not an issue. So I've been talking to my brothers, and I want to start something. Want to be starting something. Okay, now I'm turning Michael Jackson. No, not want to be starting something. Let's do this one time and let's see how it goes. So I have a show tomorrow, Wednesday at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Okay. That show is going to be normal. Everybody come in and ask their questions. Okay. Gotcha. Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, if I can keep them awake long enough, and it's all good. Everybody always has the question because they bounce, and please don't try to bullshit me out of this. I know you do it because we're all part of the same family and all the different channels. You go from one channel, you ask the same question, and you go to another channel and you ask the same damn question. The reason is you need confirmation. There's nothing wrong with that. You didn't do anything wrong. I'm just recognizing you need extra confirmation. So we're going to start something new. Well, we're going to do something new. If it works, it works. And then I'll talk to them. And if it works, it's great. So I read tarot cards, I read pendulum, and I do rods. Now, the really cool thing is, first of all, I can't do all three of them at one time. And tarot drains the life out of me, even though it's really, really strong. It's a strong message. Okay, right? Yes or no, or a full round table of a message. I get it. Dennis does pendulum. Rocco does the rods, the dowsing rods. Okay, it's all three spiritual. So I thought wouldn't it be cool if we did a show and we all three showed up? Rocco does his rods, Dennis does his pendulum, and I do the cards. If you need confirmation, you get 3 in 1. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to accept all three. You can just simply say, I only want Rocco to answer this question. And then Rocco will use his dowsing rods. I only want Dennis to answer this question. Then Dennis will be the one to use the pendulum. Well, I only want Jen to read cards. Then I will read cards. I want all three of you to figure out what happens. Then all three of us will pull what we need to do. Pendulum, rods, cards, all of us. So that's our plan. Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're on board with that, so are we. We want to help you out and get you to understand that you can bounce back and forth channel to channel. You can do whatever you want. No one's stopping you. But let's do it all in one shot, one deal. If you got your questions, bring them. Put them in the chat room. But I am going to put a note in there now. All three of us have the buy me a coffee thing. I'm going to bow out of that buy me a coffee. I'm going to give that to my brothers. I want Dennis and Rocco to have that. Okay? So if you want to pay for a question or do something like that or make a donation, give it to them. I'm going to bow out. Okay? This is about family. This is not about competition. It's not about if Rocco's right and Dennis is right and I'm wrong and vice versa and back and forth. No. Sometimes we may all disagree. You have to be on board with that. But if you do it in a financial stability thing and you want to support one of us, give it to Dennis and Rocco. Okay? Can you do that for me? Just give it to them. Okay? It's all good. Because this is not, like I said, I'm going to host it on my channel and it's fine. You go help them, make them happy. Put a smile on their face. Okay? I'm still going to answer your questions no matter what. Okay? At the end of the day, I love you. I love you. And I think it's really cool that our language is bouncing back from channel to channel. We all got sausage pecker fingers, okay? We can't type, and we can't spell. No one wants to do math. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I love you. I'm going to see you tomorrow. We'll talk about it more tomorrow. Just remember what I told you. Friday night, 7 p.m., that's the plan. Mark it down because it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Blessings, blessings. Love and light. Because every once in a while you need it. I love you. Stay out of jail. And yes, Sprig is flying around. It's okay. Love you. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.